Okay, so I'm ugly as shit, right? But what I experience with picking up girls pisses me off. Maybe it's just American girls, I don't know. And throughout living, I learned that I don't really like American girls, especially in California. But I'm here and there's nothing I could do now. And I have no luck picking up girls. Maybe I could get a good conversation going and that's about it. And I rarely get a girl's number or anything like that. Like this one time I was in San Francisco and I got this girl's Instagram. And she was actually Canadian, a Canadian tourist. And she was actually not single. So I guess she was just being nice. Funny, right? Because she's Canadian. And maybe it's just San Francisco because I usually try to pick up girls whenever I go out there and it doesn't go well. And when I try to talk to a girl in my city or in my area, they either have a boyfriend already or they're uptight and really hard to get at, or there's some fucking ghetto ass girl that if you go out with them, you'll be dragged into their problems that they have. Maybe it's just California. Yeah, probably California, or I'm just ugly as shit, or a lot of girls are uptight and just hard to get at, or everything that I just listed. And people say it's easy to pick up girls in California, and I gotta say that's kind of bullshit, especially with all these picking up girls videos that take place in California. So what I've noticed is that most girls are fucking uptight, or they have high standards because of the influence of media, and it's like, what the fuck, you're a generic American girl that lacks any sort of personality. I don't want to shit talk. Anyways, they want the fucking 6'2" guy, colored eyes, rich, nice clothes, dude probably works out but probably would get his ass beat in a fight. And just most girls have high standards, girls in California mostly, and some of these girls are the most generic looking uptight bitches in general. They all think they're special little snowflakes, and every time I go out to the city, San Francisco, I at least try to pick up a girl, and I'm just going to give a few examples of my experiences. Like last Sunday, I went out with friends, and I went up to this pretty Asian girl in a Safeway, and I just went up to her and I asked for the time just to start off the conversation. And the fucking lady looks at me like I'm crazy, and she looks at me, then she looks at the floor, and she looks to her sides, and like twitches and just walks away. And she looked at me like I was some fucking serial killer. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even ask for her number yet. I just asked for the time. And then later that day, there was this hot blonde jogger and she stopped jogging and started walking. So I decided to go up to her and talk to her. So I go up to her and I was walking pretty fast because she was far up ahead and she didn't see that, so I just popped up right beside her, and I can understand why she could have gotten sketched out. And I asked her for the time and she tells me the time, and then I asked her for her phone to use it to call someone. And the gist was that I was going to use her phone and put my number in it and be like, okay, I'll give you a call later, and basically I get her number, haha, tee hee hee, just like in YouTube videos, right? But this girl was like, no, and immediately started fucking running like if I was gonna rob her phone, and it was just so fucking awkward. And it's probably not because these girls are upstuck, it's probably because me and my friends look bummy and like a bunch of delinquents and we just mess around too much, and that's probably why. But then again, a lot of girls are upstuck bitches these days. And like another time was when me and my friends were just riding BART, and there were these two girls, and my friends sent me to go tell them that one of my friends thought that one of them was cute. So I go up to them and I'm like, hey, my friend, no. They just gave an immediate no, and I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even get to finish my sentence. It was all fucking awkward. So I was just like, oh, okay, bye. Just fucking walk back to my friends. And another time was when I actually had it, but for some reason it went all bad. So I asked this girl for directions, and then I started asking for her name, and we just started talking. And then I'm finally going to ask for her number. So I'm like, hey, you seem like a pretty cool person. Can I get your number? And then she tells me, why don't you go mess around somewhere else? And I was like, what the fuck? Like, I don't know. And it was probably because my friends were there, and, you know, but shit, I got no luck. Maybe I'll pull up to some girls in a Lambo and they'll all start lining up, but fuck all that. And I can't pick up girls in school because I don't really go to school, but when I did go to school, it was pretty much the similar thing. Girls were uptight or had boyfriends or were really hard to get at, or there was a lot of ghetto girls that if you get with one, you'll probably be dragged into their fucking problems. And in my area in general, it's just like that. I probably don't do good because I wear bummy ass clothes and me and my friends mess around too much. And you're probably wondering, like, why don't you go to some party or something where it's pretty easy to pick up girls? And see, well, things like that are not my thing. I don't smoke or drink, and parties are not my thing. And also parties out here are mostly different. Like, shit could get crazy, and like some people could be beefing and pull out guns and start shooting and shit like that. And I've heard of that happening a lot at parties around here. But yeah, I don't know if it's fucking California. It seems like it is girls in California, because girls in California are fucking uptight as shit about things. Or maybe it's just girls in the US in general. So anyways, those picking up girls videos are fucking bullshit. From my experience, there's a lot of uptight bitches out there. Picking up girls is fucking more awkward than you think if you do something stupid, or if you don't do anything at all and somehow it gets awkward. Most girls are uptight as shit. So that's what I gotta say for now. Hopefully you enjoyed, and yeah, goodbye.